Hey everybody, welcome to the old Nebraska. I'm going to take you on a little tour inside the mine. I've got the outside shots from earlier. My name is Bill, and this is my brother Tom, who's a partner in the show here.
And so I'm not going on the tour. I've kind of seen everything in there, so hope you guys enjoy what he's going to show you.
Okay, Tom, keep working.
Okay, thanks. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
It's off to work we go. So we're approaching the portal. These are the tree and the signs that were in the other video. And this is the cut and cover portion of the tunnel, the first, 40 or 50 feet. This is the safety where you ring in and out. This is when you're out, the key is over here. When you're in, the key is there. This is the gate, which is normally closed and locked when we're not around. So, we've been here 4 years. The first year, we've been about 10 days each year. In the first year, we spent most of our time here repairing the cut and cover. Just over our head, there's no earth over our head here. There's some of the blue tarps that were in the other picture from overhead above us. So this is the cut and cover. It's got rails in it for the little ore cart to bring out the excess material. Little flies in here. We saw a bat one time. No snakes. Here's a beam. I think we just put this one in yesterday on the right here. Just keep replacing some of these. They're mostly okay. A little bit of a jog to the left here. Let's see here. Somewhere here is the, where is that thing? Guess we just passed it. Is the little square hole that comes in from outside where we run the power in. So we've just exited the cut and cover, and now we're actually starting to enter the mountain. And this is the crossover, or the zigzag, or so there'd be other explanations, but when Art first started, he came in here and went off to the right here for 30 or 40, 50 more feet. And he wasn't getting anywhere, and so he retreated back out. He was going to quit, and then he found the air shaft, and which is just over here to the left, and then I'll pick up the story in a minute. We've all packed up. This are the carts. The tires are in these two buckets here, so the mice don't get them. And there's shovels and mallets and pieces of steel, shovels. The beer we're going to take with us. This is an emergency first aid supplies for inside. We're leaving these hats, safety hats. So there's a bottle jack, all kinds of, there's a level, shovels, axe, plethora of good stuff. We got the hammers hanging so the mice don't chew on the handles, hanging from a piece of wire when we leave. So this sharp left is the crossover from what was the original tunnel that Art made when he found the air shaft. So now this ladder goes up to the air shaft. So when Art and his partner had pretty much given up because the cut and cover and straight ahead through there was a dead end, they've finally found this one little hole about 2 feet around. And so they started excavating it. And this is the hole right up here where these ladders are. They excavated this with buckets, digging straight down. And we got to this point. Bingo. Here is the original tunnel that was made between 1850 and 1860, intact. And over here to my left is also part of that tunnel, but Art couldn't find it from the outside because of a big rock slide out there. So he made this false tunnel, the cut and cover, and then up into that dead end. So after they found the air shaft, came down, found the original tunnel, then they made the crossover. I'm turning around here. So now we're looking back at through the crossover. And the problem with the crossover is there was such a hard angle that the ore cart couldn't manipulate such a zigzag with such right angles. So that's one of the reasons we adapted these carts, which worked really well. So I'm turning around again. Now I'm headed into this tunnel. This is our air system. We have Art left us a fan. So I'm moving ahead very slowly here. So the first 4 sets here, these older colored sets, were made by Art and his partner. So just here on the right and on the left, these were put in by Art. Here's our little power cord, runs from the generator. Now, this number 5 was the first set that we put in. Right there, OD number 5. The lagging on the right and left are the boards on the right and left. So this is where we started digging on our second year. Started excavating through here. Here's the air shaft. These are our sets. And this was pretty well filled up. Now this is the coolest thing right here. These are the original rails. Right here and over here on the right. In 1850s, there was no steel in California. It was all brought around the Horn and was made in, you know, the northeast Pittsburgh or somewhere and shipped around the Horn. So what the miners did was they used something like a 2x4 to hold up the tracks for their ore carts, and they put a thin band of steel on top of it that was like 1/8 inch thick and 1.5 inches wide, 2 inches wide. And that's what they ran their ore carts on to save the steel. So as we're excavating, digging out the muck that was in front of us. As we dig down, we come to these old rails. It's really great. And this little one across here, left and right, we put in case there's any water flow and any mud coming down the tunnel for any reason over the winter. Then this will catch it and dam it up, so it's easier to clean up. Now after this set, you can see that we're into hard rock again. See, there's no sets, there's no overhead protection, because this is a solid tunnel that's been here since 1855 or 1860. So this is quicker going. We didn't have to dig out as much. Then we had another section where we had to put in sets again, because we've got pretty good material, pretty solid rock on the left to right and on the floor, but overhead there was some loose material. So we had to put in the lagging, which is up here. Lagging, and it's called spiling. You have to drive these boards ahead. First you put in the set, the left-right beam, the overhead beam with enough space overhead, and then you lay in those upper boards and drive them forward as you clear the material in front of them, so that you're always protected. And at the end of 2013, we were right in here. Right about here, working forward. And bingo, we got what we called, let me take my helmet off and try the lights this way. This might be better. We broke through into this hard rock over our heads. And that meant that we had a solid ceiling. So we poked this little sort of a rabbit hole through, and we found about 30 feet here of wide open tunnel. So there's kind of a pattern of places with poor ceilings, and then you get a place like this where it's solid, the original tunnel. This is just some dirt on the left that we didn't excavate because we didn't have to, so we left it. Just enough width for the cart to get through. So this is what we are in 2014. We were able to kind of go quicker through here, and then we got to the next spot of overhead sloughing. Again, we're following the rails underneath, and I don't know if this will come out in the video. These scratch marks are where this thing was all done by hand, no dynamite. Yeah, there you go. See those marks all over the tunnel? Those are from driving through here with a hand mallet. I can't imagine the amount of work that was. So here we are, 2014. We got a poor ceiling again. We're driving forward. We've got this plastic air duct on the left, pumping air in. You can see where these boards are all beat up. That's from driving them forward in the spiling. And we got into those boards on the floor again just to hold back the dirt. So we got into there just ahead of that dirt, and we hit a whole pile of river rocks, which is what we're looking for. That means we're actually into the original diggings. And it's sloughed in from the sides. We've got to, the next step is to drive lagging forward again, protect yourself, and keep going forward. But it's just amazing that we finally got to River Rock in the middle of this mountain. And that's the 10 million year old river that's gone through amazing geological changes. You know, bent, twisted, upheavaled, overburdened, all this stuff, you can't imagine it. So that'll be it for this video. And that's where we are at the old Nebraska. We've got a few blocks here on the floor just in case things try to move forward on us. Take my hat off again. This is the face, is the most forward point. And it's a really great spot because we found River Rock. It's amazing. Okay. Talk to you later. Have a great day.